Hello. There we go. It's gonna sound weird. Hello again. There we go. Yeah, I don't know. I have no edits for background sound and stuff, so this is like a raw, unfiltered mic. While I'm trying to get the software booted, that will not boot. Oh man, you can hear the typing and everything. Oh god, it's so raw and unfiltered. I think I have to reinstall it. Okay, hold on. We're going radio silent for a second.
Flames on the side of my face, breathing, heaving breaths.
How is that? It looks like the problem was a failed update. And when I go in to like look at effects and stuff, oh, they've added AI. Oh no. Okay. Um, well, we're here. 8 steps forwards, 400 steps back. That means most likely Discord is now worked too, which is even more work to do, but that's for later's bond, not today's bond. Today's bond is fed up with tech problems. And now that we are finally, at least partially in the door, think we're just going to swap over to him. Oh my God, why is it? Please. No, no. Okay. Now, is that working again? Good, good. Bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-N-A-N-A. Yes. No. What was this? Let me see if I can swap over to Henry without the PC exploding. And we'll make up our mind from there what we're actually doing. The frustrating thing is one, I haven't properly labeled this yet. So it still says Halloween cat is the answer for like what the model's name is. Let's go ahead and shrink ourselves down just a little bit. Good, good. The reason why we are a kitty is that I don't have enough memory on my graphics card for how large Kingdom Come Deliverance is and running my model. And I have a 4080 Super. So unless I shell out a ridiculous amount of money or manually alter a card, this is all we got. So bear with me here while I flip a couple more tables and then let's see if we can get the game working. Now, I did a little bit of playing last night. Mostly what I did was put the horse on its run path, and I watched Shangri-La Frontier. We did that instead of actually playing. I did that and some blacksmithing. I was just like, I'm going to make some horseshoes for an hour. And just worked at the forge the whole time. So I was trying to then go do alchemy, and I got drugged into hello? That's fine, I guess. I got drug into some Marvel Rivals last night. I mean, you know, how you do. Oh gosh, I don't even remember what I was doing. Like, I was on my way to do some alchemy and just got like pulled over to do that and then never came back. So yeah, we'll have to kill Bardcore for now. And hopefully, fingers crossed, the game will actually work. Because if not, I don't really have a plan if this breaks, to be straight honest with you. So if this borks out, we're just done for today. I haven't really come up with another way to like handle that, so. Okay, that should give me enough space for us to at least get the horse back to, we're gonna go to the blacksmithing town and go from there. Oh, but yeah, now instead of everybody saying, oh, that's one ugly nag, or like talking down about Pebbles, now that Pebbles has been upgraded into a legendary horse, they're all like falling over themselves to get it. Kind of silly. I wasn't expecting it to change the value of the horse, but it did. Like the horse's value went up to it's like 5,000 or 6,000 groschen. The unfortunate thing is I thought it was just you lost half the value, but it's even more than that. What's this guy?
Nothing. Ah! I did it!
What?
Who the hell are you? My name is of no importance. I am your faithful servant.
What?
You know who I am? You're testing me, Dark Lord. I know I'm not worthy of uttering your name.
Even more what?
Speak. Your master commands it.
You're the Lord of Hell. The Devil. The Dark Tempter.
What do you want from me?
Me? Want something from you, Dark Lord? No,
Okay.
I wouldn't dare. I can only humbly beseech, pitifully implore
I
Out
don't.
with it then.
for a small kindness, a favor.
Uh, okay.
What favor?
I'd like the dice to roll like they've never rolled for anyone before, and win every game.
Why do you want to get lucky at dice of all things?
My wife is sick, and I have no way to pay for a healer. If I win enough money, I can find someone to cure her.
Don't lie to me.
Lucas beat me and won my life savings, plucked me clean. I even lost the barn. He must be cheating somehow, I'm sure of it, because there's no way I could be that unlucky. So I want to turn the tables on him. I'm going to take everything he's got. Give him grief. The fucker.
Okay.
Thy will be done.
Really? Thank you, Dark Lord. I'll be indebted to you to my dying day. And when I die, my soul will be yours, won't it? That is the price?
As you say. Quid pro quo?
If I make enough to cure my Jane, it's a fair deal. This is beyond my wildest. My Jane will finally be well again. And maybe I'll even make enough for that little cow she was praying for.
What? This was such a random quest. I don't. I do not understand in the slightest, but okay. Yeah, that was a thing. I think, is our graphic still bort? There we go. Yeah, something about the sky is like whitewashing, like, I don't know. I couldn't really see what was going on. The one problem now that Pebbles is like good Pebbles is they're so fast we're gonna actually struggle sometimes to get stuff done. There's no like semi-trot speed, right? It's either like it says there's a trot, but it doesn't work. Oh, that's great. That is just splendid. Okay, OBS still says it's working. I don't, okay. I'm now getting the bug on Chrome as well, where my stream is just freezing. Which is fantastic, because that's exactly what I wanted. Well, here we are, I guess. Forktown, USA. What, this says it's 8 in the morning. I'm trying to go to bed because my character's stupid tired. And I was trying to figure out why the sun was whitewashing. It's whitewashing and like getting like really bright and washed out. Sun is coming up. Oh man, what have I done? Do I at least have a chamomile brew? Drink myself a sleepy time tea before we go to sleep. I don't want to sleep like all day, though. However, this bed is a 70 rating on comfort, so that's kind of crazy. God, let's see. Let's throw horse. Horse. I need all of my crafting supplies back, so we're not messing with that right now. Oh my gosh, and there was already like a bunch in there. Look at that. Oh no, I did not realize how many. I spent all this time like rounding all this stuff up. I did not realize it was like how much I already had. I spent like an hour last night doing that, of just like collecting stuff and kind of wandering around and doing things. Okay, so is it just... Man, I don't even know how to fix that right now. Why, oh why, it can't process... Like, okay, so before, I used to stream with my full model and a game, and have a bunch of other, like, little video processes up on my secondary model. Or a secondary monitor, sorry. And now I'm, like, slideshowing on my secondary monitor as far as the video itself goes. For, like, what we're doing. Let's at least do this. We've got to go finish up our thievery practice, and then we'll go from there. I don't know how much of this needs to be done. I haven't done any of this quest before.
Quick, quick!
I've not really touched it, and as far as I know, there's no like evil in it, I guess would be the thing. Like, we steal this guy's like alchemy recipe back, but that's kind of it. We can also get a little bit of like lock picking practice and stealth practice and stuff. And as much as it's like, oh, if you're not stealing, do you really need stealth? In the last game, the sheer number of times they asked you to like stealth and do a thing in the main story was really high. Now, part of that's probably me just being paranoid and refusing to not prepare for the worst. Because I'm one of those people, like, in games like this, I would rather have skills at everything so that I can just adapt to whatever situation we're in. It's just kind of the way I play this and Elden Ring. Like, I don't really... It's why in games like that, I do something I call true quality. And true quality is all stats the exact same. Now, it does make it to where I struggle in certain fights, but normally all I have to do is swap my weapons out, swap my spells out, and now I'm fighting it. Now, does that mean I can do some of those really cool, very clippable plays where I buff myself for 5 minutes, punch the mob once, and I win? No, that's not how that works. But certain fights, especially in games like that, lend themselves way better to using like a different type of weapon, or like this guy takes 90% extra damage from magic, but I've been using a pokey sword the whole time, you know? Like, I would rather be prepared for every eventuality and be able to adapt, because that's just the way my brain works. I've always been one to... I wonder if I can... I see that now. There's a wash place here. I wonder if I can wash my clothes here. Is anything I'm wearing currently dirty, though? Yeah, my ring is. My ring is, and let's see what happens if I do this.
Praise the Lord.
Oh God. Henry can't swim. I just threw myself in the drink. Oh no, where's my soap? Okay. Okay. You know what? I don't care. I don't care. Let's just get all this stuff back on the horse and we'll go about our day. Good. Good. I had a bunch of soap at some point. I have absolutely no idea where it went. So we do have some quests here to try. We'll do a little bit of the lock picking first, because we get like a handful of tries at this, and then it removes our access to be able to use this box for training. So I'd rather just get it out of the way now, especially since it's a very easy chest. There's not like too big of a reason to like worry about it too much. But my suggestion now, like I used to tell people, like, just play the game, do whatever you want to do. Wait, low latency toggle. What? Oh yeah, I don't want that. That's weird. I don't know how that got turned back on again. But there we go. That looks better. Yes, we are Henry. Henry playing as Henry. The unfortunate thing is this might be what we do with Monster Hunter as well. Now, Monster Hunter doesn't have the bleed this game has, so maybe it won't be that big of a deal. But this has a GPU bleed that starts out as only needing 9 gigs for just this application, and then slowly bleeds its way up till we are just shy of our max GPU memory. So we might be seeing Henry a lot for probably the foreseeable future, unfortunately. Like, it's starting to look more and more because the poor excuse for graphics cards that we have. Unless I... Oh, why is that? Lost my spot here. Hold on. Where'd it go? Okay. Yeah, that was weird. So unless I modify the GPU itself, this might be what we're stuck with. Now, the dumb thing is, oh, it's frozen again. How frozen though? Oh, it's doing that stupid game memory crap. Oh, so weird. I hate it. I hate it here. Oh man, have y'all seen the kind of reviews and the ways that Monster Hunter has been performing on consoles? It's not good. It is not good in the slightest. I actually need to go out of my way to tell Elian to look at it because he's been debating on what to get, and it does not look like PS5 can handle the game. Both PS5, Series X, and Series S are all running like sub 30 frames in certain sections. Like, the game can't even manage to do like the minimum stuff. And the silly thing is like in the beta, people were able to play it with like no real problem at all. And now there's people that just can't use it anymore. Like, the reviews have not been great as far as the console version of the game goes. Now, part of that might be just, how many times can I use this? I thought it was only like 5, but... Oh, I spaced out. I thought it was only 5, but now I'm starting to wonder. Like, maybe it's only till a certain level. Because the other character I brought here was my stealth character. Like, that's his whole point, is like low to no armor, a dagger, and punching stuff, right? That's his like his go-to method of handling problems. But this one seems, maybe it's I'm starting to definitely wonder if it's a skill level based. So I've gotten multiple points out of it now. I've gotten a point in thievery, I think a point in stealth, or 2 in thievery. Here we go. It's literally exactly what I was looking for. Okay, so I don't know. Let me know if y'all see something crazy go on with the stream, because I can't see it. We're unfortunately back at, it's just a slideshow. And it might be, I actually might know the problem, but it'll take me too long for me to fix while on stream, so we're just not going to worry about that. That skill is probably never going to be used because we use the quick start function for traveling around. Yeah, Wildman and Leshy is such a great combination. Okay, we did get 2 from here. Nimble Fingers is definitely great because pickpocketing is a whole lot more deadly than lockpicking. To be honest, lockpicking is like the least important one. If you fail to successfully turn through the doorway box during the thieving minigame, you won't steal anything, but your victim won't notice you. After using this perk, the effect will have a 3-minute cooldown before it can be used again. Okay, this is our get out of jail free card. I didn't read that right the last time. So that's actually really good for us. Because the quest we're about to do is a thievery quest. Yes. Hold on, horse. I really need you like over here and not stuck inside the barn. Okay. There we go. I do hate that we can't like pet his muzzle. That's the only option we have for petting him. I can't like come over here and like rub his head. Which makes me very sad because I feel like he could use it. I feel like Pepple could definitely use an ear scritch. Okay, so we have... Excuse me? Okay, I don't think that's him. For a second, that looked like Hans Capon. And I was like, excuse me, sir, what are you doing? Like, where did you get a horse?
Greetings, my friend.
What's the purpose of that pen? I see you're not grazing livestock there.
Indeed we're not, friend. That's where we learn how to fist fight.
Fist fight?
Okay.
How come?
Why do you think? It's a pretty handy thing to know, and it's 100 times better than sitting on your ass all day.
Does the miller know about this?
Crazel? He came up with the idea.
His name's
mate.
Crazel. Okay.
Fancy having a go?
You know what? Sure.
And how do these fights work?
Nothing to it. You put aside your weapons and armor, challenge one of us, and hop in the pen. And from there on, it's pretty clear, I suppose.
And who takes part in these bouts?
Well, the first is of course me. If you manage to beat me, you can try Malik. He ain't as fast as me, but he's got a stronger punch. And if Malik ain't tough enough for you, there's always Vera. He'd tear you to shreds.
I'd love to try these bouts of yours. Shall we?
Wait a mo. First you need
A
to get
mo?
permission from the miller.
Wait a mo.
Why's that?
He's the one who came with the idea and made it work. He's looking for a champion among us for the Zheleyov tavern fights. There, they have proper brawls. Not like here.
So, gosh, hold on. I'm having to poke stuff again. Okay, that's fine by the looks of it. Is there any way for me to shrink this down and make it manageable? There we go. Oh, that was not as manageable as it looked like it was. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, so there is, I've added, is this it? I think that's it. I don't know why it did it twice. I definitely feel like I might have done something wrong there on enabling that command. I added one from Stream Elements, and it's supposed to be just one of the point and click ones. But yeah, that definitely doesn't look like that worked right, does it? Well, I'll leave it for now. And then I also did this. There we go. Since we have actual new drops for the game, I figured I should probably update the drops command for once, because I never do. I forget quite often that it's even there. I haven't been putting it in my title this whole time. And we're on a new set of drops. The one before was a type of like defensive armor. The one we are getting this time is what looks like a entry-level stealth armor called the Cut Purse set. So let's go talk to... Wow, double, both. And see, I don't know why it's posting it through me. That's not how I have it set up. I do need to probably do it that way, though, so that if I want to insert a... But yeah, double no, that's rough. That's rough, bud. That is not great in the slightest.
I hear you let your hands fight each other. Could I have a go too?
Who told you about that?
Pencil told me. He said I can join if you allow it.
Double no, though. I think you've got it. I think you've got it. Don't listen to the Magic 8
Can
Ball.
I join in?
Or me,
Well,
apparently.
All right, since you already
Also,
know about
can I
it,
tell you how
them
much
3
that I
slackers
hate
of mine ain't
that my
exactly
little
had the
chocolate
finest hour in
art
belly of.
looks more like a
Maybe
bean?
they could learn
I
something
didn't
from
realize
you.
it till it was
Jelly
like
beans.
really, really
Nice.
small that it kind of
Once
just
in
looks like a
while, I
kidney
send
bean.
my strongest hand there to test his metal against the locals.
I'm like,
He earns a
no,
few groschen,
it's not what I
and sleep
wanted.
better at night when folk around know I have a hulk of a man like that here.
And if I beat your hands, would you send me to Zhelyov? I could also use those groschen.
We'll see. You ain't beaten no one yet.
I'm just glad we finally get to do the, let's do this
How
while we're
about
here
some more
too.
advice on sneaking around in Troskowitz?
You've come to the right man. As clumsy as a blind dog and about as inconspicuous as a cow at a banquet table. You've got a lot to learn.
I focus mainly on my diplomacy skills.
Talking your way out of a bad situation can definitely come in handy.
Yeah.
But who knows if you'll be able to reach the end of your journey without drawing your sword or sneaking around. What do you want to know? I'll try to explain it as simply as I can.
Uh,
How should I plan a robbery?
Most people have the
A
same
robbery.
routine every day. Pay attention to people's behavior.
oh, does it look like on
What goes where?
Castor Labs? It
Which
looks like a
way?
bean.
When they rest.
I've been very
When
upset
they're
about
dead.
it.
When are they usually drunk? When you get to know your victim, you'll know when they'll be home and when they won't. And where you're sneaking into someone's house. Try a back window. Don't go for the front door.
You can't climb through windows. That's literally like the worst advice in the game because it doesn't work.
How should I handle light properly?
Most guards and people you meet at night are either blind or drunk. The night is your friend. Stick to where the light doesn't shine. Dark clothing help out as well. And only a complete idiot doesn't put away their torch while robbing. And if you know how, brew yourself a Nighthawk. It tastes like piss, but it'll help you see better and keep you from being seen.
It's got like Eyebright in it, and Eyebright's supposed to be ridiculously bitter, if I remember right.
A weapon in hand won't do me much good, but I feel more confident with it.
Seems like everyone does nowadays. But if you're not looking to draw attention, a dagger in your belt will do just fine. All you need in your hand is a lockpick and a bag for valuables. But best to keep your hands free. If you get caught where you're not supposed to, neither a dagger nor a lockpick in hand will look too good.
I've been known to be a bit noisy. How do I stay quiet?
Only a fool goes robbing in full armor. Better to take off your chainmail before you go climbing through someone else's window. And tread lightly.
Man, I wish we
Not only
could
will
climb
you
through
not make a
windows. It'd
racket,
make the game so much
just
cooler.
might hear the fella in the other room get up to take a piss.
What should I wear to be inconspicuous?
Something dark and drab would be best. It won't exactly command respect, but at least people won't pay you much attention. Who'd notice someone so shoddily dressed? Just don't go wearing fancy clothes around tramps or shoddy rags around nobles. You have to be like a ghost that nobody knows about. And a ghost shouldn't get their hands dirty, or bloody for that matter.
Okay, that's all our dialogue anyway.
That's all. Thanks for the advice.
Okay, let's go and do our pickpocketing and our knockout mini games. I need to actually fix our let's see, Taylor's kit. I didn't realize how busted up our, oh, I can't, huh? Oh, is it because I'm not wearing it? No. What's going on with, gosh, where's it at? That Wafen Rock looks really beat up. Where am I looking? Oh, it's at 100% durability. It's just kind of dirty. It's got some spots where the like color's worn out. I really do need to go around to making soap, maybe. The unfortunate thing is if you go to the bathhouse, it doesn't always let you like wash everything.
Good day.
Like sometimes it only washes what you have equipped, and sometimes it washes more than that. And then other times none of it works. Let's do let's see. I'm not entirely sure how this whole process works. Let me check something real quick. Really, that ups our charisma? What? Oh, that's even better though. Yeah, that's even better. Okay, that makes more sense. I was like, excuse me. Wait, that means this. Why does words? Yeah, to throw that on. And then for this one, it should be a tunic, right? I don't know. Figure that out. Where's our guy? No. Oh man, did we pass time? We did. We passed when we needed to. Does this guy have an alchemy table? I mean, he's clearly got ingredients growing here. Well, some of it. I think this is actually mustard seed. So it's not that he's purposely growing ingredients. It's just coming up like weeds. Okay. I'm not going to worry about that then. We do have a smokehouse. We haven't... When was the last time we fed Mutt? I feel like it's been a bit. Mutt. Why are you so hard to deal with, man?
Here you go. Take
Here,
it.
whatever. How's your food? Let's go ahead and go and sleep. If it'll let us. Think it's up here? We should have a chest and everything. I don't have a torch. Excuse me. What have I done? My whole character is like borked and I don't even know what happened. Rye, how's it going, Rye? You had your infusion last night, right? I saw you post the little thing about it, but I didn't actually get around to looking at it, unfortunately. It was something about like riddles or something. I don't remember. Good morning though. Morning. We are having technical difficulties, but I think I've got it all managed for now. They added AI to my freaking mic program for some reason, so now I'm struggling to get anything situated. What was I putting in here? There was something I wanted to put in this box. I don't remember what it was. I was like, oh man, this thing, and then I didn't follow up on it at all. I don't know. Oh, I remember. I was looking for potion, but I think I was in the process of making those last night, and I never actually got around to doing it. It's going well. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 has always been like one of my favorite games, so I don't really feel like I'm like missing out too much on anything. I do find myself playing it a lot, though. See, that type of stuff never works for me. Like, I always need, like, a book or something I can very heavily engage the, like, vision centers of my brain. So, like, stuff like riddles or, like, poems, stuff that's not as vividly descriptive, has never really helped distract me from pain too well. But, like, certain anime or certain books, video games obviously work way better for me.
You pooch.
Like, I do understand that, like,
Everything's
see if
arranged.
we can get a fight in.
So come on. Let's fight.
Look at you champing at the bit. You do have the coin for a wager, don't you?
Wait. You never said anything about a
Right?
wager.
Did you really think we brawl just to pass the time? Well, maybe we do a bit. But still, if you want to fight, you have to wager something.
This is a way to there's a partial outage. Okay. Okay. Good news, bad news. Good news is I'm still here. Bad news is Caster Labs just went out. So, God, how am I going to fix this? Give me a second. We'll kick out, minimize kick, so it's just the chat box, or can I eject the chat box? I cannot eject the chat box. Oh wait, there we go. Pop out chat. Awesome. Cool. I pop chat out. There we go. That's clunky, but it is technically working now. God. I have been through the ringer of tech issues today.
Get your ass ready for a good kicking.
Oh, did I ever learn that hammer fist technique? I don't think I did.
Fucking hell! Not so hard, you'll cripple me.
Oh.
Wanker, who taught you to fight? Your mum? Not so hard, you'll...
I will seek fluid intake. I can't see the thing, but I'm assuming it was leechy because it normally is. Oh. No. My Twitch chat broke. How did Twitch break as well? Don't... This whole thing has got me like 9 different types of salty today, I swear. No. I get the process, right? I'm just saying it, unfortunately, it doesn't work for me. Like, because it's one of those, I struggle with the concept of forcing my brain to see that as a challenge. Most riddles, if I can't figure it out relatively quickly, I'm just like, this is a waste of time. And, yeah. Yeah, for me, my pain issues are like nerve damage. So there's only like a handful of things that actually help with it.
Not so hard, you'll... Go fuck yourself. Not so hard, you'll...
Now, the news I've normally been doing though is I've been doing the CBD THC stuff, and it's been working pretty well, but
Not so hard, you'll cripple me.
I haven't
Your mum?
really messed with that too much yet, and a lot of the damage in the MRI is all from the original injury causing really bad arthritis around the area and like inflammation. And it looks like it's just going to permanently be a problem from then on out, which is kind of unfortunate. They want to do an epidural. One thing was like a cortisol pump in my back, where it just keeps pumping fluids in me, and that seems really dangerous, and I don't want to do that.
We'll see how you fare against Malik. Oh yeah, and this is yours.
Me? Jesus Christ be praised.
Why did you start with all this brawling?
Just look around. The mill's in the arsehole of nowhere, miles to the tavern and the wenches. Not a damn thing to do here but work.
So you rather let yourself get beaten up?
Well, I'm usually the one does the beating.
Fair. Yeah, so for the most part, the THC CBD blend works for me really well. Oh, it broke again. Oh, I can't tell you how much I want a nap. Everything's been so bored that, man, my stream is so far behind. like so far behind. I'm just now saw the preview for the hydrate. That was a while ago. Oh God. Okay. Well, I got both chats working again, so that's
Going to be a clean
a start,
fight.
I guess.
No funny stuff.
What funny stuff?
Kicks in the balls, fingers in the nose, biting, and shit like that. Try something like that, and I'll rip your head off.
Don't you worry. I can hammer you without any of that.
We'll see about that. And what about the wager? Have you got coin?
Here it is.
Only 10
Well, I
groschen
like
is
it.
solo.
Let's do this.
It's really cheap for us basically to get like free training.
Come closer.
Before, in the last game, you didn't really get
Come closer.
perks for unarmed. You just got like increased unarmed damage. So it's kind of nice to see like proper
Come closer.
perk points and stuff. But you could also do a whole lot more just like punch into the face. This like weird, the kick is now not a button on its own. It's now a down direction, which feels kind of weird.
Come closer.
Okay, that was silly. God, how often is he gonna fall for that? I like rear my foot back to kick him, and then I punch him in the face instead. That's silly. I love it. That is proper silly. I knocked him out by kicking him in the stomach, though. I don't know how I feel about that. Can I help him up at least? Nope. I can rob him though. That's probably good. Oh. Hello? What happened this time? The entire Chrome app just went black. Okay. Well, that's not a good sign. Is OBS down? No, OBS is still working. And I can interact with it, so that's already good. One of these days, my stuff is not going to be broken. It's not today. Okay, I think we're good for a minute. Maybe. I mean, I've always had the ability to find bugs that most people don't and cause bugs that most people don't have. In video games, I'm quite often like just falling through the mesh of a game. Like just be walking and just fall infinitely. That's like super common for me. During
Well, a bit of liquor to ease the pain, a bit for the tummy.
Hold on.
And I'll be all right. You're going to be much worse off when Vera's done with you. If you wanted to train a bit before then, let me know. I can show you some tricks. And here's your wager. Spend it
when
well.
Call of Duty World at War came out, that game was a buggy mess as far as the mesh went. The way the mesh in that game worked was it was really easy for, like, take this building, right? It would look like, say this little board here. You see how it's got like this line that runs across, and there's a line that runs under the door and runs across. That's a different texture mesh than the section here, right? In Call of Duty World at War, if you laid on your stomach like this and laid down and shimmied to the left, you could pass through cracks that big because your body wasn't very large. So it'd be quite often in that game, like you could get to out of bounds areas and shoot inbounds by doing that, or like running into a corner like this and it would pop you through the mesh. I found so many of those like bugs that it was kind of ridiculous. There was a time frame I was supposed to be doing stuff for Bethesda. It was a really long time ago. I was like 18, 19 at the time, trying to get into the program to do like QA, I guess, for them, like an entry-level tester can't remember exactly what it was called at the time. It's been 20 years since I tried to do this, but there was time frames where I did bug testing and stuff for games, and some of them had like little bounty programs where you get like $50 if you find like a bug that they haven't discovered, figure out how to recreate it so that you can tell them exactly what happened, that type of thing, right? I never got really higher in it than that because the sheer amount of bugs I would run into was so high that it made it really hard for me to play through certain like things normally. So that's not great, right? Like some of them I couldn't even recreate. I'd have like a video of me just walking, my character just soars into the sky, and there's like nothing else I can do about it. Oh gosh, where's this other guy? We're looking for, what was his name? We have a marker in our journal for that before I forget and wander off for a third time. Okay, let's untrack these. And only track this, and we're looking for a green G. Probably put that torch away now though. So yeah, as far as like technology breaking, I am the quintessential person that has an issue with that. Like, it's always funny, one, that you were calling it Magni fingers, right? And when you originally said that, I was giggling to myself like so hard. I mean, we've known each other since what, like September or whatever, and you've always called it Magni fingers. And you saw why that I was laughing about it, you know, recently in World of Warcraft, because of Magni Bronzebeard, the like dwarf leader. So you'd bring that up, and I'd laugh every single time. One, because I have the exact same issue, and two, because of Magni Bronzebeard.
What you think?
I just do what I'm told.
You'd rather keep things to yourself, eh?
I suppose.
I want to fight you.
Are you sure? I could break you in half.
Don't you worry about me.
This dude's so much taller than us. Holy crap.
Well, if you say so. Got the coin for a wager?
Yeah. Here's the coin.
He's either really tall compared to us, or he's like standing on something. Okay, no, we're the same height.
You'll be walking arse first.
Will I? We tried to go for the same move at the same time.
You'll be walking arse first.
He keeps backing up too far. I went for a kick and it punched him in the face. There we go. Oh, I think I have a combo now. Oh, he didn't let me go for it this time. Go back and forth real quick.
You'll be shitting out your own teeth when I'm done with you.
I don't know how to do the other takedown. Oh, there we go. Okay, so the left is an armbar. Down is a leg takedown. Let's see what right is. Oh, the right's the good one. Yeah, that right one's a good one. Well, that went really well. I love the grapples in the game like so much. Now, in the last one, you couldn't do that leg sweep thing where we like grabbed his leg and like leg whipped him to the ground. That was really good. Kind of feel bad for this guy just a little bit. He's like, I'm gonna break you in half, and like completely just trounced him.
Like you, and you whipped my ass.
You're full of surprises yourself. Not even Pa swore as much when he whacked his knee with his blacksmith's hammer.
Oh, I know. Once a fight starts, my mouth takes on a life of its own. Here's the coin you won, and go and see Crazel. He could send you to Shelioff instead of me.
I kind of feel bad. I threw that guy in the mud like 3 times, if not more. So the question is, do we go do the rest of these fights, or do we do the like pickpocket training and stuff? Let's see what this skill book is, and we'll decide from there. Oh, almost tripped on a dog. And then I have the hiccups now, apparently. Who are you? Can you
I'd like
teach
to
me
learn
something?
What
Okay.
is this about?
Oh, look at that. Drinking basics. I have a
Heard you're
plenty of money, so
drinking
let's just go ahead
expert.
and do this.
Can you tell me how to do it?
All right, I'll show you something.
Ow.
But you need time for it.
I don't understand. How you going to teach me how to drink better? I don't. I've never understood some of the like teachings in
What do
this.
you want to know?
We're just gonna burn through all these. It's kind of like in Skyrim has a similar system that like once you learn them, you don't have like the options to do it again. So I'm just gonna burn through the 400 for all of this.
Being quick and sneaky at the same time still gives me trouble.
Thanks. I'll teach you one trick, but it'll take time to learn it.
An hour of us standing in the same spot, and then I'm like, "Hey, do you need another 100 groschen?" I do want to try something though. We're gonna do a hard save, and I'm gonna see if I can pickpocket my money back off this guy.
I'd like to
Okay.
What are you in?
I'd like to learn some holds.
Fine. But it'll
There we go. Now let's see if I have. Oh God, I don't even have one Savior Schnapps left. We are actually gonna have to go to the alchemy table. I'm gonna wait till this guy's working because it looks like he's like doing a job. Okay, let's skip that. I don't know, like, skill-wise what we've got going on here. Groschen. Let's do this the other way. Oh, yeah.
Let him go.
Oh, wrong one. Whoa, whoa, we're doing weapons? Hold up, hold up. We didn't talk about that.
I thought we were fighting fair, arsehole. I'll show you.
Okay, now. How much groschen did you actually have on? I actually could have gotten all my money back. Okay. We're not going to worry about that because of the way we're playing Henry this time around, but that gives me an idea for our other character. Let's find the other guy and do some practice pickpocketing. Is it you, Hansel? Yeah.
Crazel said you'd teach me to pick pockets.
All right, follow. So Crazel.
This is all relatively straightforward.
Crazel hardly trusts anyone. He's a smart man. So don't you even think about betraying him. That would end badly for you. Not to scare you, though. That's not what I'm here for.
Okay, we're gonna do a few of these. I think. Well, at last time I could only do like 3 of them before you said I had learned everything I needed to learn. So
Let's begin.
Not so fast. You're new here, so here's some advice before we get started.
okay.
Don't worry. It's not my first time.
Well, well, well. You fancy yourself. Let's see. Where would you look for keys on a person?
In the front pouch, of course.
All right. I see you have some skills. Do you think you're up to stealing something from the front?
I'm not quite ready for that.
Don't you want to hear about it anyway?
All right? Tell me.
First of all, rich or poor, most folks carry their things in a pouch either in front or in the back. The front one holds keys, coin, and other small items.
And the rest is in the back.
Exactly. Now, this is important. Don't steal from the front pouch unless you're sure you know what you're doing.
No problem. I can manage a different way.
Oh yeah? And how's that?
I'll take it from behind.
That you can. Just remember, it'll be further away and there's a bigger risk of getting caught.
Don't worry. I've tried it before.
Show me how nimble your fingers are then.
All right? Let's do it.
Come over here. Did you fall asleep? Very nice.
We're going to do this a
I didn't
handful of
notice you at
times
all.
and
That's
move
exactly
on to
what you
the
want.
takedown part.
Now give back what you took.
Here you go. What now?
That's it. It's a simple art. But if you want, you can give it another try.
Yes.
Get stuck in.
Here.
As we get higher level,
Nice job.
we can
You
move
learn
faster
fast.
around inside the
Want
pocket.
to try again?
Yes.
All right. I'm ready.
I went ahead and had a snack real quick so I don't have to worry about food later.
You messed that one up.
Yeah, I did a
Try
little bit.
again.
So weird too, because like I'm auto failing now because I failed once, and it's just going to continue to auto fail for a minute. Oops, too long. There we go.
I did it. Here you go.
Okay,
Good.
before we do it again, let's go ahead and
No more.
Stop by.
we'll bug him again in a second. Let me put some of the points in. Now, we're not really going to be running one-handed with no, we're not going to be running one-handed with no shield. That's not like what we're doing this playthrough. So, deft hands, or what is it? Not deft hand, it was what? Main hand? Dominant. Sorry, dominant hand. Is not important to us, even in the slightest. Most of this isn't really going to be too helpful as far as the drinking and stuff goes. But, it's not going to hurt us, really. Some of it's, like, dumb, though. Like, most of the stealth perks, like, really early on are, like, how to move better while in the woods. And I'm like, that seems very, attacks during a clinch or do 10% more damage. We're definitely going to do that because I think we're going to start going back into, like, clinching more in combat. Now, this makes it sound like we can Master Strike in this, but allegedly we can only Master Strike with a sword. So, I'm kind of confused on how that works. It doesn't look like I need it to execute a Master Strike. But, God, I don't know. I don't even know if I have an unarmed combo yet. Oh, I do. Okay, right down, right. Yeah. Okay, it looked like for a second that Hansel just flew through the roof, and I'm not entirely sure what happened there.
Crazel told me you'd show.
All right. I'm glad you're here. This is one boring day, and I'm in no mood for work. Not a word about it to Crazel, though. Well then, it's easy. Just remember, you mustn't let me see you.
All right. I'll give it a try.
Oh, I was wondering if I could just hold him till he stood back up.
You knocked me out nicely. I didn't notice you at all. Nice job.
It's kind of weird. Like, I get what we're doing, but it just feels kind of clicky.
fight back the first time, this time I won't make it so easy. Remember, if your victim is able to defend himself, you can still turn things around. But it will be a close call, shall we?
All right, let's do it.
I do love the quick responses, though. That one's so hard.
Not like that. Try again.
All right, let's do it.
We do the first one, which is right trigger, and then the left trigger one. It's such a tight window.
Not like that. Try again.
I'm going to fail on this probably a few times before we get it. It took me like 30 minutes the first time. Oop, that's a punch.
Bastard! Not like that. Try again.
All right, let's do it.
And my right monitor bugged out again. That's good. Hey, we did it.
Not too shabby. I thought I'd slip out there for a moment, but you wouldn't let me.
When it does this, it's the... Okay, I think I figured out what the problem as far as that goes. I'll have to fix it later, though. There's like a game mode thing that's supposed to, like, minimize usage of, like, other applications or whatever, but I'm using the other monitor, and it just keeps turning it off. It's part of the,
Can I practice? Why not?
Wait. I don't think we were ready to do the tutorial yet.
That's enough.
So,
Let's continue, please.
all right, let's... Ouch! You took me down nicely. I didn't notice you at all. Nice
Okay,
job.
I think we're good. I don't think, like, I already know how all this works. The one that's, it's just kind of getting the practice in, to be straight honest with you. So I think we're good here. I have enough stealth to at least pull this mission off, which is probably all we really need anyway.
Would you know of any other way to make some extra money?
The only thing you can do in this backwater is steal cabbages. But go and ask those woodcutters on the opposite hill. You might find something more interesting there.
Why the woodcutters?
Just think about it. They've been cutting timber in the middle of nowhere for a pretty long time. And they get paid for every wagon they unload at the sawmill. They work all day long and don't move an inch. They have nothing to spend their money on.
I think I know what you're getting at.
All their earnings must be hidden somewhere in their camp. And it must be a lot of money.
What does Crazel say about that?
He said it would be obvious it was one of us. After all, they can see right into our backyard from their camp. But you're not from around here. You might get away with it.
Okay, let's get up to,
Christ, pardon me.
Troskowitz, and we'll see what we can find out. And since it's still early in the day, we're actually going to use fast travel. I normally don't, just because, like, it's going to take multiple hours for us to get up here in game time if we do fast travel. But if I rode up here, it would take less than 5 minutes and it wouldn't even be an hour. It's kind of dumb. Watch this. Oh, well. See if we can avoid him. Cool, we did. Yeah, about 3 hours to travel that distance. It doesn't even take an in-game hour if we do it manually. And a real life, it's about 5 minutes. If not shorter. Like, it's stupid. We are up here though. Ooh. You see that? That wasn't good. We're up here though to sneak into this building.
I could go for something to eat now.
Okay. Did I do that right? It said I ate it, but then it didn't give me this. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong bar. I'm so overstuffed. Oh, man. Well, that's one way to do it. We're going to be doing this tired, but we'll figure it out. So, we need to get into this building. I need a specific key, and then we have to unlock a chest downstairs. Now, the better way to do this is we're going inside for it. Actually, let's do this as well. It's gonna look a little goofy, but just be patient. Be patient. I don't have any more savior snobs on me, so we're doing a little bit of game manipulation to create a save point. So there's a few people in here we can steal from, and I'm not 100% sure who's the one with the keys. However, I do know this one front room over here almost always has someone in it. We're going to go check their pocket first. And then we'll go from there. I'm going to try to do this on controller right now, but I'm not going to lie. This is so much easier. The lockpick minigame is so much easier on a mouse because you can be so much more precise with it. Man, with our skills being so low, easy and very easy is about all we can guarantee manage. However, there is other options for that. Ugh, I hate when that happens. There we go. So, let's go see if these are the keys we needed. The easiest way to do this is actually go outside instead of trying to travel through the inside of the building. Because we are after this chest here. We got everything we needed.
That's Krazel's document.
Oh, God. I always get so turned around. There's the chest. Means this is the way back out. Oh, there's also like a little hidden room here, and I've never understood what was in here. It seemed like a storage, but then there's, if I remember right, there's like a book in here. Shit. Oh, no. We've gotten ourselves in trouble. Good. I was being really loud with that lock because I was trying to do it on controller. I'm going to see if I can do it again, but this time we're going to... I originally wasn't going to get the, there's like one for like silently using the lockpick. And I haven't had an issue with that yet, but now I'm starting to wonder if I should go about like fixing that, you know? He clearly knew exactly where we were when we were trying to pick it. Here it is. I don't know what this is. Strength of a Knight 2. There's this one book in here, and that's all that's in here. Like, there's none of this other stuff we can interact with. I don't seems really weird for there just to be one book behind a locked door.
Hey, you're not allowed here. That's right. But if anything's gone missing here, then you're in for it.
I wonder if that counts. I've never actually been seen at all doing this quest. But that could have actually caused some issues for us. We'll find out, though. I actually kind of want to do this naturally if we can. See what our consequences are for not doing that the proper way. Because we stole a bunch of stuff from there. I kind of just did take all from the chest. Ah. Middle-aged woman standing in the middle of the road.
What are you doing here?
I'm resting. There has been so much to do lately that even I, too, must rest before proceeding. Like peasants at harvest time. That is hard labor, too.
Where
are you going?
Wherever I am needed. Where my help is required.
With what?
Sometimes with their pain, their suffering, their hatred. It varies from one soul to the next.
Oh, right. This is one of the horsemen.
You sit there so serenely as you tell me such things. You're a little scary. You know that?
I scare you? You need not fear me. I don't hurt anyone. I only help. It is that which comes before me you should fear, not me. If I may, I have a question for you too.
You may.
We have seen each other many times. Why have you left it until now to stop by?
I don't remember seeing you before.
Really? I have always been with you whenever you... Well, never mind.
Oh,
just consider
she's
how many
death, not a
times
horseman.
you
Okay.
have had me by your side. I am leaving now. Good luck, Henry of Skalitz.
You know my name. And you know where I'm from.
I was there. It kept me very busy.
The Grim Reaper. No.
That looks like the hired hand, Venser from Apollonia.
Oh, that sucks.
And by the looks of it, Lord Samin didn't go easy on him.
Well, I mean, he did try to steal from a lord. Kind of get it, but definitely sucks. Ah, here we go. You know what? Let's just take it all. My bad, dude. Could have put in a good word for him, but I don't know. I feel like it doesn't fit this playthrough. She's been with us many times. And as far as I know, she just walks off the map and we never see her again. Reaping as she goes. Weird, man. I don't know. You've been pegged as a thief. If someone sees you in their house and kicks you out, they'll then go and check to see if that was gone really fast. Why make something that long? Okay, hold on. It's not that one. Maybe it's... Let's check Codex then. That was so quick that I don't know. Yeah, unfortunately, I think we're just out of sorts. Yeah, that's rough. Okay. So now we know people think we're a thief. That's probably not the best.
I don't know yet. Oh, Christ. Pardon me.
They're using all the old wheels that like aren't grinding as well anymore as stepping stones. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. I never really thought about it, but I guess with a stone grinding wheel, you can only use it for so long before it no longer does its job. To the consistency that they need anyway. I didn't really think about that. Kind of cool though.
Drink away your rose?
No, I just... Sorry.
Love it. Okay, all of our stuff's still good, so I don't have to mess with any of that. Let's turn in this recipe to the guy, and then we'll go from there.
God bless.
Well, Miller, it seems I defeated all the hands you have here.
Even Vera? Well, hats off to you then. Listen, what if I sent you to Gelioff instead of him?
Sounds good.
You up to it?
Sure. Why not?
Great. I'll pay the entry fee and wager a pile on you, so you better win. And if you want to train a bit more, just punch the shit out of them sissies of mine.
I have that document from the rat house for you.
Excellent. I knew I could count on you.
I took a look at the document. I couldn't really make much of it. Who's this Hermes Trismegistos?
My fifth cousin. We write to each other sometimes.
That doesn't sound very convincing.
Did you find my family tree at the rat house too? Now show it to me, so I can finally get the knowledge. Good. This will come in handy.
I will seek fluid intake. Everything's broken again, so I can't even tell what's going on anymore. My stream has been busted for who knows how long. The like player, the codec that's like making sure the stream is working isn't working anymore. Like at all. And to be frank, I'm not entirely sure how to fix that.
Getting me the document.
So now I won't even show up for my own stream. Which is kind of frustrating because I was trying to do this to also get the drops myself.
Don't tell me you've forgotten. I need to get to that wedding in Semi.
Don't worry. Your path is leading that way. Only it'll be a little longer than expected.
I did not see the posture check earlier. I didn't see any of it. It's been broken for a bit. My Caster Labs is down due to an outage, so I can't see anything at all on it. It was the only one that was working. Google Chrome is just the largest pile of garbage I've ever had the unfortunate to have to interact with. And Firefox hasn't been working for Twitch for me in like a week now. So I do my best. I did not posture check earlier though, because I need to make a sound bite for it for when that specific thing happens. Because I didn't hear the notification for it. I heard the hydrate. I did do the hydrate because I have the sound bite for that, but it just broke in the process of me trying to. Okay. This thing's a giant pile of garbage. See if I can find another way around this. Okay. So now I have this up again, but in a different way. I might actually have to go back to using my laptop as the way to manage the stream. Okay.
Are you yanking my pizzle?
Not at all. I'll get you to the wedding as sure as the heavens are above me. But you'll have
There we
to
go.
wait a while. Besides, things are about to get really interesting. Step by step, we're moving closer to the great revelation.
Enough.
Sure.
I'm sick of listening to your cryptic blabbering. Supposing you first initiate me into the mysteries of your enchanting mill. This isn't any run-of-the-mill business, so to speak. I smell something devilish here.
Devilish? Not at all. It's high learning. Alchemy! And when I say alchemy, I mean real alchemy. Not some hocus-pocus brewing of potions for creaky joints and bellyache.
Tell me more about it, then. Maybe I'll learn something useful.
I wouldn't be so sure, but I've taken you on as an apprentice, so I might as well tell you something.
Right.
Now,
Dude hasn't told us anything
pay
this whole time.
close attention. I want to make a golem out of dough. Then, using
Okay.
alchemical practices and theurgy,
I thought we were
bring it
making
to
a bomb.
life.
This is less as interesting.
A golem, you say? Isn't that a kind of pie? What are you going to do with a living pie?
Henry, a golem is a helper brought to life using divine words. A living statue endowed with massive strength. Can be made of clay, wood,
This dude is out of his
stone,
mind.
basically
That's great.
anything. I'll make one out of flour. Studying the Jewish Kabbals taught me a practice known as Maseh Bereshit. A mystic can use it to imitate the work of God. Just
Okay.
imagine. You know how helpful a golem would be at the mill? Carrying sacks, pulling wagons, standing guard. He wouldn't be much smarter than Zinnik, but he'd have the strength of 10 men.
My word. That sounds incredible. I have to see it.
Right.
So far, it's just all in my head. But if you're patient and help me, you'll see soon enough. It's in the interest of the advancement and prosperity of mankind. Just look at the
okay.
Bible. Moses could command the waters and speak to God through the element of fire. Jesus brought the dead back to life. I've no doubt that if our great holy Mother Church had been around at the time, they'd have crucified Jesus the same as the Pharisees. And all the apostles would have been burned at the stake.
So a golem, you say, made of flour? For the good of mankind?
Exactly.
And what about the good of me? You promised me a reward.
You already know that you can learn the practical application of certain useful skills from me. But for a few groschen, we could discuss the art on a more, let's say, theoretical level.
I'm overwhelmed with gratitude. Supposing you give me a few groschen first, as a reward for bringing you the document, and then I'll decide whether to trade the coin for some learning.
Oh, see now, I completely forgot. Here you go. So you don't go around saying that Miller Crazel is a pinch purse.
I mean,
what I owe for those sacks.
Miller Crazel is a pinch
And if
purse.
you want some more work, there's plenty.
Okay. Oh, we did get a book. Okay, that's worth something. A book is definitely worth something.
What's this next job all about?
I need to find a saltpeter pit.
Never a wasted word, eh, Crazel?
Short and to the point. That's my credo.
And how long will it take before you tell me what a saltpeter pit is?
A saltpeter pit is a pit in which saltpeter is formed.
This has something to do with that alchemy of yours, eh? I don't know much about that stuff.
Nitra is saltpeter. White crystals similar to salt.
And what needs salting here in the mill? Or is it supposed to be some peculiar Crazel wedding gift for a young semi?
Nothing of the sort. The Kabbalistic doctrine.
He's so fed up with us being
as a
dumb.
vessel for
Kinda
the
funny.
inexhaustible essence of life. Those white crystals are said to contain the very essence of being. That's precisely what we need to give life to our golem. Thanks to the ingredients from Hermes Trismegistos, his feet will never get tired, and his fists will have the power to smash rocks. But saltpeter is the most important thing. Saltpeter will be the golem's heart.
So you're serious about this golem? And are you certain it'll work out?
Certainly.
Saltpeter is also what we use to
Otherwise,
make
I wouldn't
TNT
even
or gunpowder. I
What
can't remember
saltpeter
which.
will it take to bring to life such a big creature?
A lot. That's why I want you to find me a decent saltpeter pit. Do you understand?
I was hoping I'd learn something useful from you. But instead, you're making me wander around the countryside looking for some pit.
Well, you never know when an experience like that might come in handy.
All
Fine.
right, then. I'll look around for that saltpeter pit of yours. I just hope you know where to look, that you can point me in the right direction, and also that you'll get me into that wedding as a reward.
Yes, yes, and yes. Bonnie has a lead. She's a damned handy girl to have around.
I never
She'll do
picked up that
anything you
stealth
ask
gear
her.
from the
But
bathhouse.
for you, the most important thing is that she knows how to look for niter, or saltpeter if you prefer.
So this Bonnie, she's a dowser or something.
Bonnie is someone I trust without question, and you should too. Not only will she teach you how to find saltpeter, but also how to differentiate it from common salt. The main difference is it has kind of cooling taste.
Hold your horses. You want me to taste that nasty stuff?
If you don't taste it, you could confuse it with some nasty rot. You don't want that.
Damn right.
Don't be such a lily liver, Henry. If Bonnie can taste saltpeter, so can you. She'll tell you
Okay.
the rest herself.
This
You'll
seems
find
like
her
a
in the
terrible
library.
idea, but
That's
all
a
right.
secret storage space I have here just by the pond. Only my best people can get in.
How can I get to this lair?
There's a bridge over the mill stream towards the southwest. Take the path to the left, just behind it along the pond. From that path, you turn right, uphill, between the rocks, and you'll find yourself right in front of the lair. You can't miss it. Oh, and so I don't forget, you could pick some herbs along the way to see Bonnie. It would make her very happy. She's just been through some tough times. Her dog died, and on top of that, she has to spend time with that blabbermouth, Zinnik. On the other hand, Zinnik might be holding his tongue for a while after his encounter with the Troskowitz stocks.
Well, I haven't spoken to Zinnek yet, so at least we'll get to know each other.
Right along. So you're back as soon as possible.
Okay.
To the lair.
This whole thing is... Man, does it feel stupid. Let's do a little bit more of the boxing first, and we'll, Oh, they're not even here. Okay, cool. I don't care then. The question becomes... Do I... Oh, he can teach me something now, too.
You seem like a reasonably educated man, Crazel.
Where are you going with this?
Well, I reckon you know some interesting and useful things. If you share them with me, it'll make it easier to endure all that bullshit you spew.
I'm glad you know what you're getting yourself into. Are you interested in the theory of light, kinetics, or vacuums?
That's a bit too fast for me. What I need is the basics.
I have no time for the basics.
I'll be happy to give you some groschen for your troubles.
All right. Don't forget, this will take some time. Throw in a few coins, and I'll teach you whatever you want.
Okay.
You talk about
Okay.
alchemy like a book. I reckon you could teach me something about brewing potions.
We've been through a lot together, so I'm sure you know that alchemy is a noble and serious science. Let's start with the importance of the ratio of ingredients and the proportion of substances, because every potion is different. Let's get to work.
Fine. Just give me all your knowledge so I can move on with this.
I'd like to learn. Well, all right. Throw in a. For instance, let's get.
Okay, and then we have one last one, and we'll be done learning everything
I'd
from
like to learn.
him.
Well, all right. Throw in a few. I reckon you got what you need to. Let's get to work.
There we go. We now have all of the XP we can get from him purchase-wise. Now you're saying we need to cross the bridge, take the path to the left, shovel here. The hell was that?
What was that noise? Woodcutters.
That was definitely gunpowder. And my heart exploding, by the way. God, I jumped onto my skin. Whew. No. Stupid nest. Why'd it have to roll like that? Oh, man. I was just about to comment on people making fun of the nests. Because every time you knock them down, they fall into like a bush or something. And I'm like, no, it's not that bad. Can't tell if I'm not finding the object. I'm finding mutt. Oh, mutt. Come on now.
Heal.
Yeah, get over here out of my way, man. I've got to find this bird's nest that knocked into a bush. I think it's just gone. That's unfortunate. And because it was rolling, like it's really hard to tell how far it went. Oh man, if it rolled into the water, it's just gone. Because the water can actually physically carry stuff in this game. Oh, well. We'll do one last look, but I think we lost that one. It fell out of this tree and rolled like right here. But it didn't hit here like I thought it did. And we can't see. So I'm kind of just walking around looking for the open prompt. And hoping we find it, but... No, well, that's the end of that, unfortunately. Well, go figure out what that explosion was. You almost need to catch the nest as it falls to make sure. I will big stretch. I will big stretch. How is Lychee doing? You're leaving for class soon, right? Or do you have class? I know a lot of people got like some pretty severe weather over the last few days. Okay. Bum, bum, bum. Now we heard that explosion down this way at his lair. I'm pretty sure they're not making a golem. They're making a bomb. I don't know how to do that ranger run on purpose. But we found another nest. Look at that. There's no way this doesn't roll just straight into the water. Okay, hold on. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Woo! There we go. EP. Oh, I bet. Did you, we were in Wampus' stream for a while, right? I know I kind of dipped at one point. And I know y'all been going out of your way to catch me saying something stupid so you could put it in one of Wampus' quotes. I saw that. I wasn't there for the whole thing, but I definitely saw what y'all did. Know what you did. Okay, let's go see. Let's go see this crazy lady. Oh, I need to pick flowers. Hold on. Pick some flowers along the way. That's metal. Eyebright counts as flowers, right? Because she's sad because her dog passed away. Comfrey, that's a flower. Watch it be. I'm actually just straight up collecting her like ingredients for a bomb. I'm not entirely sure how you'd turn comfrey into a bomb, but in game. Eyebright. I'm so glad I'm using that perk. God, the amount of like flower picking I can do now that I'm not growing up is fantastic. Oh no. Group project. Gross. Gross. That is like the worst. Like straight up the worst thing is group projects. The amount of times I had to like in college, I would do the entire group project and then edit it if anybody actually came up with their part. But that definitely sounds like something you can't pull off on your own. No, I'm talking about the one that you said needed to be added to the list. I saw. I wish I understood Otome games better. Like, most of them are always just sad at the end. And I've always just been kind of like, what's the point in that? You know, like, why sad game? I know, whatchamacallit isn't like a good example. Doki Doki Literature Club, but that's technically still an Otome game, right? And Love in Deep Space. Is that the one that you have to, like, be up at 2 in the morning in case you get, like, a phone call from your beloved? Is that Love in Deep Space that does that? I can't remember. No, okay. There's one, I can't remember which one it is, that, like, you can get calls. You literally have to be up at... Yes, Mystic Messenger. That's it. Nia brings it up often, and I'm just like, I don't have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Like, she destroyed her sleep schedule at one point because of that game. It took her like 2 years to fix it. Because she'd get up in the middle of the night to, yeah. Exactly, yes, that. Oh, my. That's so silly. I can't say anything, though, because I used to, I know I'm sidetracking, but I used to get up in the middle of the night so that I could farm tarantulas. Oh my God, I'll just type it up. Oh God, what's that game called? There we go. Oh, good. Welcome back.
Get dressed. You can't just walk around like this.
Hey, doggy.
Right away.
There we go. Hello, Bonnie.
I'm Henry, Miller Crazel's new apprentice. He sent me to search for a niter pit and said you might be able to help me with that.
Of course I will. I'm Bonnie. Nice to meet you.
Bonnie? It's not a name I hear often.
It's not the name I was baptized with. In our craft, it ain't a good idea to tell people your real name. That's why we use nicknames. What should we call you?
The Wolf of Skalitz.
Well, that's not very creative. You know what? I'll come up with a nickname for you myself when I get to know you better. Did you bring me
Awesome.
something from the mill?
Actually, Crazel said you'd appreciate some herbs.
He's right there. Do you have some for me?
I've got something here.
Oh, I only need to deliver one? Wait, I feel like I'm doing this wrong. Hold up.
My word, that's exactly what I need. The ingredients for the magic ritual.
What kind of...
Oh, she's
The
fleecing.
kind where Zenek finally
She's
gets
fleecing.
sense into his head and stops making stupid beginner's mistakes. Just so you know, that mess with the author of Hermes Trismegistos would never have happened to me. Not me. While we're on the subject of rituals, did Crazel tell you about the golem?
He did.
And what do you think of it?
Ah.
I'm curious to see what a golem made of flour will look like.
Yeah.
I'm mostly curious to see if Crazel will really be able to breathe life into it with the help of saltpeter.
I'm more worried that as soon as it comes to life, it'll slay us all with one blow. So, if by some chance it looks like something's going wrong, you won't see my heels for dust. And I suggest you do the same. But that's enough of that. We're not going to stand here talking about flower golems when we've barely just met. I'd like to chat with you too, Henry. Get to know you a bit. But
I
if
don't
you're
think
in a
I ever
hurry to
said my
find
actual
Crazel's
name, did I?
saltpeter, I won't keep you.
No. I have plenty of time. But where to
She
start?
sounds like a
You know
grifter.
what? I'll start. When they caught Zeneg in Troskovitz, I was scared out of my mind that they'd catch me and clap me in the stocks.
Okay.
I had to hide out here for a while, so I haven't had anyone to talk to. Life in the lair isn't all fun and games. Zeneg and all the other mill knuckleheads were never worth much as company. So I'm glad the millers finally found a normal hand for once. You've
Right.
got a beautiful dog. What's his name?
Mutt.
What a cute fella. How did you find each other?
Oh yeah, we actually
Among the wolves. Not a word of a lie. That is, I lost him and then found him again in a wolf pack.
Well, that's what I call an interesting past. I used to have a dog, but I don't anymore.
He died.
He started getting these lumps all over his body. He stopped eating, just slept all the time. And then, well, what's done is done. And what about you?
he got
What kind
cancer.
of family are you from? Also, thieves?
No. Pa was a blacksmith. I inherited something from him, I hope.
Oh, really? Would you teach me how to make, maybe, barrel hoops?
Those are pretty hard. Wouldn't you rather start with, maybe nails?
Sure. I'm pretty quick to learn and patient. That is, with one exception. When Crazel starts spouting off his alchemy theories, I'd rather run for the hills. What do you think of the old miller, anyway?
I don't know what to say to that. I still don't know him all that well.
I understand. Best not to bite the hand that feeds you for no good reason. Thanks for talking to me. It really is good to have someone to pour my heart out to. But
This is
now,
such a weird
about that
conversation. I
saltpeter,
feel like I learned
before you
absolutely
came,
nothing.
And before Zeneg fucked up with the manuscript, we collected saltpeter all over the place, mainly in sties. It has to be scraped from the walls. Horrible work, time-consuming and annoying. I'm not going to lie to you. We also looked in a few chests, just in case. You know. Anyhow, now all the sties in the region
I really feel like
clean,
she's like
and we're sitting pretty on a
she's
nice
swapping
bed
back and
of
forth
saltpeter.
between like two personalities almost.
Barrel is quite a lot.
For the whole Trotsky region, aye. Unfortunately, Crazel said we need at least 6 times as much.
6 times? Will one saltpeter pit be enough?
I reckon so. There should be as much as Crazel needs for his masterwork. If you're looking for it, you want
The
to
way
know
she
how
like
saltpeter
changes
forms.
what voice
Do you
she's
have any
using is
idea?
really weird. What stat is this?
Certainly. Well, you take a chunk of salt and pray to St. Peter to miraculously transform it.
You won't find it any joking matter soon enough.
Oh, that must have been alchemy.
Don't forget
Okay.
that saltpeter crystals are formed in places where something is rotting. It can be shit or carcasses. Well, a saltpeter pit is actually nothing more than a mass grave. The best natural saltpeter maker.
Crazel said saltpeter is a vessel for life energy. Well, I get it that it's left over from dead bodies, but how do you get it from shit?
God's mysterious ways. You know how it is.
And he also wanted
It's so weird. I don't know.
That's nonsense, though, isn't it?
Unfortunately, it isn't. Otherwise, you won't know if it's saltpeter or some other shit. It feels kind of cold on the tongue.
Jesus. And you know where to look for such a pit full of carcasses, do you?
Not exactly, but I have an idea. Times are evil and there's plenty of corpses. A person who's digging holes and throwing dead bodies into them and doesn't even know he's got a a saltpeter mine.
You mean a knacker?
Exactly. And the one we have here in the region is also the gravedigger.
Well, I haven't met him yet. Where can I find him?
The cemetery is beyond Troskovitz, towards the Apollonia Rocks.
So I'm in for a walk to the cemetery.
Seems like it. Too bad you couldn't have walked around the county with us before. It was fun. And pretty useful experience. I learned a lot during that time.
Man,
and
I don't know.
keep it to myself. I'd be happy to teach you.
Hey, there we go.
I'll keep that in mind.
That old gravedigger will be suspicious, so I'd bring him some kind of offering. He's always dragging those carcasses, so I'm sure he'd appreciate a slab of fresh meat from Troskovitz butcher.
Good idea.
He lives a short way from the cemetery, so at least the meat won't go bad on the way. Lots of luck, the Wolf of Scarlets.
Hey, she kept our name. That actually weirdly makes me happy.
I heard you could teach me.
It can be done. What are you interested?
Oh, she's like good. Ah.
Show me
Do
if
more
you-
basic
All right.
alchemy.
You silly doggy.
He is the silly doggy.
Look what I have for you.
Oh my god, I can't wash myself because everybody else is washing themselves. Okay. Can I go now?
Happens. Just get out of here, Mutt.
Hey, that wasn't very nice. He's a good puppers.
Mutt!
I don't know which. They were just telling him he was a good doggy and then got upset that he was like, I don't.
Come here.
What is going on with this like area? That's so funky. Weird. Okay. I like collected so many flowers too, because like it made it sound like we needed a bunch and we needed one flower. We didn't even need anywhere near the amount I had collected. Oh gosh, what broke this time? Okay, there we go, I guess. Sure. Man, this is 8 different types of stupid. I think we're good though. I think I finally got everything that was broken, unbroken. I think. I keep saying that and then it keeps borking on me. Okay. Hey, there we go. That did fix it. Let's do just a follow the path. No, you could do what you gotta do, Leechy. I figured you got class soon anyway. As far as the game goes, I'm sure we'll be fine. But as far as the stream goes, who knows? You have a good trip to school though, okay? Let me know how it goes. I might run into you later today. I don't know if I don't know Wampus's schedule, and they don't post when they're going live. They just kind of do it. You know, though, I don't think I joined the Discord till like today, though. So maybe there's no stream today. Okay. Yeah, well, they don't post it to their actual, they don't post it to their Twitch calendar. So I keep checking there. But like, I don't know why I do. I think I'm the only one that actually uses the stream calendar on Twitch. Yeah. That's what I was trying to bring up. It's like I didn't join the Discord till like yesterday, I think. So I haven't really poked at it too much yet. Feel bad, but it's one of those things like I'm always kind of busy. There's not really a time frame where I'm not working on something, you know? Hey, what you guys need? An axe to the head. Oh man, that's rough. Get these guys first.
You want to try me?
Hey, come get this one, bro. Yeah, it seems like a bad idea to well, you went to surrender at the worst possible time, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Fucking hell!
I purposely went into the process of learning how to like break shields and stuff just 4 times like this. Get some good like maxing on their shield and try to break that. I have all that stuff turned on, but man, none of that ever works. My Discord stopped giving notifications like 2 weeks ago, and Twitch hasn't given me a notification when people have gone live. And oh no, Mutt, I'm sorry. Whoops. The swing has a long arc to it, and I just chopped Mutt in the back of the head. Still not good at the clinching with like actual weapons. That sucks. I'm gonna start trying to telegraph since he's got a. Oh god. Okay, or that. Yeah, it feels like the. Ooh, okay. That combo actually worked better than I thought it would. Yep, that'll do it. That was good. Hey, and I got him with a combo, which then counts for, this thing has, like, close to no life left in it. That's so frustrating. One more hit, and we probably would have taken the shield out. Go ahead and get all this rounded up and thrown on the horse. So funny. People, like, complain about, like, trying to get money in this game, but, like, bandits just throw money at you. A dagger mace. I wonder if that can be sharpened. That can be sharpened. Hey, Sammy Rose, how's it going? We are playing a little bit of Kingdom Come Deliverance today. Sorry I didn't see your message immediately. I have been fighting the most ungodful combination of technical difficulties, and it's not been clearing up for us very well. So if it borks out and I lose you, I apologize. I use this program called Caster Labs. It combines a bunch of the stuff together, like the chats from YouTube and all that, and it combines them all into one thing, and I can talk to everybody and like, oh man, YouTube, oh god. Well, y'all are on y'all's own over there on YouTube, if there's even anybody there. I can't check you. The only way I could have interacted with that was with Caster Labs, and Caster Labs went down. So yeah, that's a thing. Yeah, the ping on their Discord doesn't really work Leechy, but hopefully we'll get around to getting that fixed at one point. Let's get this pulled back up the way I had it. There we go. Oh, so yeah, we've been doing a little bit of Kingdom Come Deliverance. The game's pretty straightforward. I know some people have been kind of struggling with it a bit, but I don't really feel like I'm having any of those issues. Let's I forgot to call for Mutt before we got on.
God, where is that dog?
Yeah, okay. He's gone for a bit. We'll just have to wait for him to return. As long as that keeps happening though, I might need to our next return Mutt perk, our next Hound Master perk has got to be bringing him back when he runs off. Because it's not his fault he ran off. He took damage in the middle of combat. Yeah. Where was I going, actually? Let's, the Knacker questline has something weird with it. So, kinda don't want to finish that just yet. I've been in this weird boat where I'm like really worried about doing any of these quests. Let's do the hermit stuff first. And then we'll worry about forbidden fruit later. Let me make sure that's the right one we have highlighted. Because it's supposed to be over. Oh, they're both that. Wait, he's supposed to be in. Oh, we're talking to the people first in Troskowitz. Yeah. Okay.
Whoa.
But yeah, Sammy, I'm doing all right. Outside of the stuff being borked and me having to fight technical difficulties all day, everything else has been going well. We have a new set of drops on Twitch for this game. I don't know if Kick does. I'm assuming probably not. There's a bunch of stuff that like Kick doesn't really have going for it. So, ooh, what is that? Why? Oh man, are we due for a boot? We might be due for a boot. Yeah, we're due for a boot. Hold on. Okay, there we go. We're doing a quick reboot on the application itself. Weird. Caster Labs is still working on OBS, but the actual app itself isn't. That's probably not good. Okay, it looks like everything's cleared up. We can get the game rebooted. So frustrating. That stupid memory bleed. And it looks like it's not even affecting like all GPUs, which is even worse. And it's not like a typical memory bleed. Normally, memory bleed is your RAM has a bleed and it just doesn't clear itself out. But it looks like it's the GPU this time that's having that problem. Which is really unfortunate because that means we have to jump through a bunch of extra hoops to keep the game up and running. It's so frustrating too because like the first game was really buggy. As much as I love Kingdom Come Deliverance 1, when it first came out, it was kind of a bit of a buggy nightmare. But it was made from a smaller studio, so people were a little bit more patient with it because they didn't have the sheer amount of money and stuff to like throw behind the game. And over time, they inevitably fixed it, and the game was in a pretty decent spot. Was there still a bunch of weird bugs with the NPCs? Yeah, was there a bunch of weird stuff that you could get yourself like permanently falling? Also, yeah. But again, smaller team than they were when they did this one. I think at one point, like Kingdom Come 1 only had like 17 people working on it or something, like 17 programmers. There's like a weird thing there where like they count programmers, they don't count testers, and there was a time frame where like allegedly they only worked for 6 weeks on. Oh god, I'm wanted in here. I forgot about that. Oh, hold up. I forgot I'm wanted in this town. Let me make sure I don't have anything stolen on me. Okay, I do have some books I need to read. We have some herbs we need to dry. Let's go see if we can go dry the herbs first.
Hey, did you forget your clothes somewhere?
Oh, we'll just dry everything. That works. Oh, there's a better way to do this. If you do it from the bottom, you just have to keep tapping up. And it'll let you do like entire stacks. You do it from the top and you're trying to do it like really quickly, you can accidentally like click out of it and only do one item instead of a full stack. Now, I'm not 100% sure.
Hey, we've been looking for you. Surrender now.
I surrender.
Okay.
Here you are. You've been loitering around where you shouldn't have. And I've received reports of things going missing. Don't think we're idiots. You've been accused of theft. You'll pay a fine. And if I don't find those things on you, you'll pay for them too.
Okay. I was wondering when we'd actually get this proper thing. Committing crimes, consequences. If you get caught with the guards, they'll want to punish you if you have several options. Pay the fine. If you have enough money, pay the fine. You can redeem yourself for your crimes. Depending on the severity and number of crimes you're subject to punishment, can decide to accept. You can try to convince your guards you're innocent, but it may not work out. If you decide to run away, the guards will attack you. Accepting your punishment, the consequences will harm you in some way. These wear off over time. Embarking on a penitent pilgrimage. You go around and you like pray a bunch at like markers and stuff across the map. At least that's how it worked in Yohanka's quest line in Kingdom Come Deliverance 1. A woman's lot, I think, is when they added pilgrimage to like fix stuff. You'll spend a few days in the pillory. Public humiliation will make it temporarily difficult for you to deal with people. You will be caned, which will take a toll on your health and make you weaker for some time. The executioner branding your neck until the wound heals. People will treat you like a criminal and an outcast. Execution is reserved punishment for the severe crimes and will spell the end of your earthly pilgrimage. Only a recent branded criminal can be executed. So it's like you screw up twice in a row. Okay, good. Display our list of crimes. How do I do that? 364 groschen fine.
Wait a moment. I'm sure we can come to an agreement, can't we? I just wanted to borrow it for a bit. But I forgot to ask first.
That's not how it works. You can't just borrow things without asking. But fine. If you return it, we can...
I don't have whatever they're asking
do
for.
Anything like that again. Got it?
Cool. I mean, we passed the speech check, which is great. But I don't have whatever he wanted me to give back, which isn't as great. And somehow we're dirty again. It's fun to... what's this? A barrel. Words are difficult. God. Okay. Now we're here to talk to the women. Is it her? Oh, we're talking to Betty about it. Why would we talk to Betty about it? I'm stuck with this dialogue option up. There we go. That was weird.
I need some advice.
You want some advice? Here's some for free. I catch you fighting here again, and I'll spank your bare ass like a brat.
Every time we hear, we get in a giant fight.
All day for you. So what do you want?
I promised
that lady's drunk.
I'd go and see Ambrose the Hermit in Apollonia.
My God, lad, stay away from them rocks. Ambrose the Hermit sold his soul to the devil and won't talk to nobody no more.
Yeah, I heard that as well. But it seems a bit far-fetched.
A little bit.
So why would an evil spirit suddenly start appearing near Apollonia? It's the devil's work, believe you me.
And has anyone sent to the castle for the priest?
Not at all. Bailiff Thrush is keeping it quiet so far. 4 strangers came here yesterday. They sat in the corner there, but once they heard about the apparition, they started to take a big interest.
What strangers?
They looked like monks, only they had daggers concealed under their robes. I saw them clearly. I'm telling you, there's something fishy going on around Ambrose.
I can't take this conversation seriously. Dude, can I actually hold on? Hold on. I don't remember how to do what I want to do. Okay.
I'd like to get hold of that broken sword of his.
You'd hazard your soul for a piece of iron? Fool. I'd think long and hard before doing anything if I was you. Because this reeks of hell.
God, what's taking so long?
Let's see if it says that we still have more to talk about it.
Pour the beer on the table.
Where did these peculiar monks
There
come
we go.
from?
Hard to say, but they rode in on well-fed horses.
Monks on horseback? That's definitely odd.
A little bit.
Bashka the Butcher says they came from the bishop about that diabolical apparition. In short, the Inquisition.
Well, to be fair, no one ever expects the Inquisition. That's a start, I guess. Oh, God.
Who's this hermit fella, anyway?
No one knows.
Good
He
morning,
settled in the rocks
Ying.
A few years back.
Well, for me,
Most
good
people
evening,
go
because
to him
it's
for
2,
various
but
healing ointments or advice.
And what has he got to do with this apparition?
Well,
almost
he
2.
was at death's door recently, bedridden, and then suddenly he's got his health back. Just like that. And he's like a different man since then. He sends everyone who goes to see him packing. Mark my words. He sold his
I have a
soul
feeling this is like his twin brother or
and
something.
sometimes comes here on the prowl for unwary souls.
What's the hold up? Am I
What?
supposed to open my mouth and wait for it to rain?
There's a guy like losing his absolute crap because he's not getting served. You can't look at this lady. Look how drunk she is. I don't know why she like walked into our conversation, but she is like completely shit-faced. It is kind of fantastic.
What do you know about this apparition?
I keep getting distracted 'cause she's like
He comes running
keeps
into the
cutting
village
into the
at night,
scene.
all terrified, saying he'd seen a rider from hell in Apollonia. And the very next night, it appeared in the rocks below the road to Tahov. There's this conciliatory stone cross there. And the next day, it was at a funny angle. There's some devilry in it for sure.
So someone pushed a crossover and we immediately think it's a ghost.
And it was the herds boy who saw it by the cross, or someone else?
The apothecary's wife, Gerda. Ask her yourself. She's not been herself ever since, poor woman.
Okay.
Where can I find the herds boy?
Stanislav has a sheep pen in the meadow beyond the Troskovitz graveyard. Right above
Okay, we got some
the
ads, so I'm
road
going to
to
just chill here
outside
for a minute and
Apollonia.
let them run. If it'll let me. It says it's starting soon, but you know how that is. Sometimes the ads, there we go. Sometimes they just don't want to cooperate. Now I got to check something while we are sitting here waiting. I've had, some issues with Twitch not showing me what all's going on. Kiora of Mist is playing Final Fantasy 11. That's who most likely who will raid out to is Kiora. She good bean. However, if one of my so distracted. One of my buddies ends up coming online. We might raid them instead, but I don't know. I saw them activate VTube Studio from Steam. It's like, it's not using VTube Studio. And I was like, good to know. I think Kiora right now though is actually making a character in Final Fantasy 11. And we might go bug her. We still have a little bit though. I'm waiting for these ads. I'm gonna jump through. We have a little bit of talking to do. We're gonna do some talking for this quest, and then we won't finish it. A lot of the quests in this game can be kind of on the long side, so there's a good chance that we won't be done in the like about 30 minutes we have left. So let's see what we get though. Now that the ads are over. Oh, did you finally get it, Ying? You finally get your affiliate?
How do I get to the hermit?
You're a lad. But all right, if you
Congratulations.
go through Apollonia along
I can't do a shout out right
the
this second.
rocks,
I will
you reach the point
once
where
I'm
it crosses
done
the
with this
stream,
cutscene.
and from there you take the path uphill to the left, leading into the rocks.
Okay. Now, was it the thing I was saying that was it the thing I was saying where it was you just had to wait for some bad days to drop off and then suddenly it like worked out for you? Let's ask for news while we're here as well.
Siegfried, the herds boy, dropped by. He was moaning about wolves killing his sheep.
Okay.
Poor fella. He has it tough. And that's about it, I'd say.
We still didn't technically kill all those wolves because I punched them. We're doing the Lent playthrough, so I can't eat meat and I can't kill animals. So yeah, animals killed 0, and then general, I have to make sure I actually haven't eaten any meat. Though at this point I wouldn't be able to fix that. I've eaten so much meat because I'm an idiot. Welp, I just now remembered, yeah, we've been eating lamb for the last like 2 days in game. Whoops. Yep. Path to affiliate complete. Now, it might take you a day or two to do your onboarding. And I know some people don't do the onboarding right away. Like they get affiliate and they don't claim the ability to generate money. And they do that to stave off having as many ads. But it also makes it to where like people can't subscribe to you or anything. But, you know, early game, I guess, early stream. Yeah, I did it too. I finally got my first payout. Like I hit affiliate, I think in September of last year. And I got my first payout in January of just shy of $50. So like, as a male VTuber, it's a hard life. Also, like, I know, like, I'm not terribly interesting. I've been told recently I have a nice voice, but outside of that, I'm so laid back and I give so little fucks about like the drama of stuff that like I kind of struggle a bit with staying, I don't know, relevant, I guess. It doesn't help. I'm also a variety streamer, and that's not the way you're really supposed to go at first. I see a lot of people don't actually swap to variety till they are partner. And I'm just like, I'd never be able to. I would never in 100 years be able to do that because it would drive me crazy to play the same game for like 10 years straight. I mean, that's good to hear. I feel like my thing is more about like being laid back and just kind of yapping with people. And playing games is kind of secondary. There's like Metal 4 Refantasio took us so long because there was quite often I was stopping doing what I was doing. Let's go investigate the cross first because I feel like that's going to require the least amount of work. I feel like the game is kind of like secondary to what we're doing because I end up.
Whoa. Drop everything.
Okay, we're gonna eavesdrop on this real quick.
Put on a dress. We're going to the fair. In case you're wondering, I won.
Christ in heaven. What did you win? Have you been playing dice again?
Aye, but this time, Lady Duck, Lady Luck was on my side.
You're drunk as a lord.
Yeah, not having a set game makes it really hard to like generate an audience.
All right. But then we're going straight out.
Sure we are.
Okay. I was hoping I played Metaphor Refantasio as my only game for like 3 months. And while we did have some people that popped in and looked around, unfortunately, it's a very story-heavy game. So it doesn't perform well as a streamable game. Because unless you're doing certain combat encounters or whatever. Most people want to experience a story for themselves. So it makes it a little hard to keep people like invested in that, right? Because there's multiple things there, right? One of them is if they missed a piece of the story and then they don't get to continue hearing the story because they missed a large chunk or whatever. And not a lot of people are going to go back and watch VOD. You know, that's a big ask to ask someone to go back in their off time when they could watch you live and interact with you, right? So for a streamer like me that does a lot of, oh God, what's it called? Crowd work, I guess. It's not as effective for me to do story games. One, I don't talk as much during story games because we're listening to the story. And then two, again, the problem of people don't want the story spoiled if they are there for the story. I bet this is a spawn point. So in the last game, you could find little holes like this in the ground, like little ones that were rabbit warrens. And almost guarantee this is like a boar or a wolf spawn node. Yeah. Yeah, like CRPGs are a very big genre, right? That's Baldur's Gate. But until Baldur's Gate 3, most CRPGs had little to no voice acting. The only ones that really did before that were Dragon Age, and we saw how well the new one did because it tanked pretty bad. Just for a bunch of poor decisions that they did. Like, I think we've left that area we were looking in. Yeah. Let's go find this cross. While we're yapping. So unfortunately, a lot of those games required you to do a ridiculous amount of reading for the game itself, of just quest text and dialogue. And in Metaphor ReFantagio, it took me like 100 some hours to finish the game. And a lot of that was just because of how much reading, and you know, I paused a lot. Like if we were having a conversation about something and I didn't want it to interfere with the story, I would I didn't mean to whistle for the horse. We would pause and have our chat and then re-continue the game. So the amount of time we had the game open versus how much we were actually playing was actually extended quite a bit. Most people that played Metaphor finished the game in like 60 hours, and it took me like twice as long as that, if not more. Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things, right? I have been without a job for an incredibly long period of time, mostly because I've just been sick. Like, you know, the cancer thing, back injuries, getting the cancer removed, just the diagnostic period of like trying to figure out what the problem was took us 10 years. And I spent most of that time unable to really do anything, jumping from what appeared to be one illness to the next, which ended up just being one illness that was progressively getting worse. This looks like a path that we're supposed to be Poacher's hideout. Okay. So we definitely have, that's straight up a, they've not only been poaching, they've been killing people too. Not a good sign. Hey, you know, once we figure out the marker here that we're looking for and try to figure out what's going on, I think we're going to call it, but man, now that I've screwed that up, that is so frustrating. We're going to have to do a playthrough at one point that is just, oh, hey, look.
Conciliatory cross. An old memorial to some unfortunate event. This is where Gerda saw the other.
Hey. Stupid dog. You know, dog. You're in for a bad time. Now that I've screwed up this achievement, and it's been hours since I screwed it up. Oops, I hit mud again. Sorry, Mutt. Okay. It's very unfortunate that I'm having to redo this, though. I'll have to, on our hardcore run, we'll have to do the animal thing then. Allegedly, if you have one of the guns on a stick, you can, is that the only option, is to dig up this grave to figure out what's wrong with it? Seems like a weird way to handle this specific.
Soil's still fresh. Someone was digging here recently.
Oh.
One thing's certain. It was definitely no apparition.
A Crusader's cloak. Crusader's Red Star Wafen Rock. Okay, we had some books here and all this. What was all this? Old letter about the Order Commander. Oh gosh, is there a button in here? There's not. I think in the last one there was a way to bring the words up in a different. No, there wasn't. I'm confusing stuff. Brother Ambrose, I know something that should interest you. I know you started the fire at St. Francis's almhouse, and why. They wanted the Grand Master removed too. Meet me tonight at the appointed place. The Dominicans from the Inquisition suspect me, and the bishop won't help us anymore. Don't trust anyone. Okay. Oh man, I think this is more loot in those bandit camps we found before. Seneschal Ambrose Decree. Oh, that's in Latin. The first page is in Latin, so I'm not going to be able to read that. Of the year of our Lord 1382, we make it known to all before God, the brother Ambrose of Prague has fulfilled his vows of the order and mastery, and has attained considerable renown and skill in his work, as well as having attained due wisdom in his age. We hereby place the hands of brother Ambrose of Prague all the duties and dignity, the office of the seneschals of the order, and swear allegiance to him before God. Our brother is further dispensed from the hospital service, and is charged care appointed honest collectors of the courts, and confirmed suitable preceptors of castles, hospitals, and residences of the order for his own use and that of his office. Apart from the ordinary customs, our elder brother Ambrose is given 2 good riding horses, 1 each for his knight and his chaplain. He is also to have the service of 1 archer and 2 squires in armor, as well as 2 servants under saddle. Okay. They didn't really tell us too much, other than Ambrose is way more important than we thought he was. Chronicles of the Crusaders. First, the history of the... Oh, you know what? I can't see. Hold on. Can I do this and then still pull a book up? I can. Look at that. Order of the Knights of the Cross. Thank God for the Christ that he was been pleased to guide my hand and bless me in the unworthy thing. Blah, 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 blah. This is not... This is just the records of the crusade itself. This is a lot. Holy crap. Okay. What's with the multiple blank pages, I wonder? I don't know. We also found a outfit. We found, what was it? This Wafen Rock. We find something else that was equipable. Is it just the Wafen Rock? It might have been. Oh no, we also found this Crusader cloak. Brand new cloak from the Crusader Red Cross symbol is only recently buried in the ground, unlike the rest of the old paper. So this has been here before. Yeah. I think the one book is just stories. The other one was some pages that looked like a decree. The one like saying, you know, what he did in service of. But the one, the Crusaders book feels like it was just a historical document. And while I know some people love that type of thing, God, do I not care about like ancient history. Like, I wish I did, but my inability to remember dates and like when stuff happened really is a detriment for how much I care about, or how little I care really about history stuff. Yeah, I love the concept. I love hearing about it, but I always like kind of skim past dates and times. Because I just can't care. It's not that I don't care, it's that I can't. Like, even all this time later, I still don't know. Hey, Mutt's back. Hi, Mutt. Here's the lamb we've both been eating, and I shouldn't have been. We've wrecked our whole playthrough because of that. Good boy.
Come here.
He's a good dog. Get ourselves out of the rain. Yeah, it's one of those, like, I'm a sucker for normally hearing it, but here's a silly thing. And I know this is 100% silly. It's stupid, whatever. I am more excited about hearing the lore of a video game and what happened somewhere else than I am for stuff that happened here. And even in those, I'm just like, oh, in the age of and the time of like, I never bother to read that because my brain just will not retain it. I've tried. And I've tried. And like, I still don't know when Columbus like sailed the ocean blue, or it's like 14 something. I don't know. The 82, 92. It, like, my brain can't memorize it. It drives my wife crazy. Partially because I lean into it a little bit because I think it's funny that I don't know. What's D for? D was for talking to the villagers. We also need to talk to Gerda, who is also here. Yeah, let's go ahead and talk to her. Put this torch away. And then we'll swap to our speaking to people outfit. And we should probably clean up, because yet again, I'm covered in blood. Exactly. Like the World Wars, I kind of like hearing about those and learning stuff about them. But am I ever going to like memorize dates and when stuff happened or why stuff happened? No. I like hearing about it. It's kind of like, you ever seen How It's Made? It's a show how they show how like, gobstoppers or M&Ms are made, or how scissors are made in a factory, that type of thing. I love that type of stuff, but am I ever going to memorize any of it? No. I kind of treat history the same way, where it's like, you could tell me about it. Am I going to memorize it? No, but as long as you're happy telling me, I'll listen. Okay, where's the guy I need? Hey, Gerda.
Good morning.
Good morrow.
I'd like to ask you about something.
No, I don't want to talk about it anymore. Go away, please.
Easy now, Gerda. There's nothing to be afraid of. We'll get to the bottom of this mystery together.
Really? You're not going to laugh at me like all the others?
I believe you really did see something. But I want to know what it really was.
So, what do you want me to tell you?
I just realized something really cool, and I want to look at it once we're done in this conversation.
Relax, Gerda. Have a think, and then tell me what happened with the
Yep.
apparition.
It was the day before yesterday. I was picking marshmallow roots above the rocks. It grows by the cross there, near the big dry tree not far from the road to Tachov. I didn't get home till after dark when I suddenly realized I didn't have my knife.
So you went back to the cross?
God have mercy. He hopped up right out of the ground in front of me. He was all in black and he was grinding his teeth. I started to scream. there was something glinting in the dark and this clanking sound, and I just turned and scarpered.
That's all?
At one point I turned around and I saw a dark shadow darting across the field. Proper flying along it was, like the devil, and heading straight to Apollonia.
Little Lotus VA. How's it going? Thank you for the follow. I need to actually update my sounds. As of right now, I'm still using a lot of stuff from Final Fantasy XIV's press kit. So we are kind of far behind on properly updating that. I haven't found anything in this game that really catches my attention on something I'd really like to have. My thought is, I know there's a specific part of the game coming up at one point. I haven't quite figured out what starts it, but there is a song. Way to go, Ying. People always skip the second for some reason. They'll do first, and then no one even tries second till like hours later. We're like close to the end of stream and someone finally grabbed second. I've always found that like funny. Gosh, what was I doing? Yes. I've been streaming for a while. Technically, let me see. Can I do it in here, actually? Head pats. Thank you for the head pats. Let me see if it'll work. It didn't work the last time I did this, but I think it's account age. Yeah. I've had a Twitch account for a while. If you look up when Twitch came about, my account is technically older. So my account is technically older than Twitch, because before Twitch, it was called Justin TV. So I've been attempting to stream for years, but I've never had good internet till like the last 2 years or so. And I've tried to stream like from console, and God, does Xbox just do a terrible job of it. Without you like sending it to somewhere like Lightstream first, it was just awful. It was awful to attempt to stream. Even at the lowest settings, like games would just buffer and like run terribly. And that was without a model. That was just the game playing. I got a PC like kind of as a reward gift for beating cancer. And then feeling well enough that I could start trying to do stuff, but I wasn't healthy enough to get a job. So we kind of dove a little headlong into trying to create a stream and doing something like that so I could at least feel like I was getting stuff done with my life. So yeah, that's when we started streaming. I didn't hit affiliate till like September though, but the hard push for that only really took like a month. Because I'm doing all right for the most part. I keep hurting myself. It's actually the silly thing. I went from being so sick for like 10 years to finally feeling better, that I'm pushing myself so hard all the time that I'm like repetitively injuring myself or getting sick. But that's who I am. Unfortunately, I've always been one to just burn both ends of the candle and keep going, you know? So, however, we're going to finish up this conversation and then we might be jumping. My kids are getting awfully stir crazy. They didn't have school today because there was snow and ice. So, oh, that means a lot, Ying. It's difficult. It's really difficult to be a streamer, especially as a dude. Like, I know that's partially incorrect because there are women that struggle too, but you know, lewd tubers, women that are a little bit more interesting to listen to, right? Because like girls don't fawn over guys the way guys fawn over girls. It's not how it works. So like, you know, I've been told my voice is very nice, but you know, that only carries you so far. But for a guy, all you have to do is flirt a bit. I'm a guy. I'll do it. I'll fall head over heels for a girl just because she was funny for a minute, you know? And I'm like, you know what? You have my support for the rest of my dying days. Why? I'm a dude and I don't know any better.
What's this place where you saw the apparition?
So like, I get it. It really is a struggle.
Erected in the memory of some innocent's death. They say some years ago, a young fella killed himself on account of an unhappy love affair. He jumped from a cliff.
And the day after you saw the apparition, the cross was at an angle.
Aye, all askew. Everyone here saw it. I didn't go back. I can't.
we're pretty sure she saw a Crusader knight, like a Templar. But yeah. As far as like being a dad goes, it's kind of my whole life. It's all I've done. The girl I was with before my wife had kids, and I had been with her since her youngest daughter was like less than a year old, and I was with her for 7 years, and then I got with my wife, and our oldest is 7. Technically, my stepdaughter's like 18 or 19. I'm not sure, but the oldest that me and my wife have biologically is 7. So I've kind of been just taking care of young kids for the last 14 years. So dad is kind of in my blood, and it's really hard to turn that into like a persona on Twitch because like there's so many dads, like dad is not a niche scenario at all.
Don't worry, Gerda. Nobody's going to make fun of you anymore. I'll find out what it was all about and what you really saw there.
What do you think happened?
I don't know yet, but you needn't fear. Everything will get cleared up soon.
Thank you.
I love the very even tone of his voice for this.
But please, come and tell me how it turned out. I'll make it worth your while.
I mean, that's my thing, right? So the way I want to like set my stream up is not as much of me putting on a show, because to be honest, I don't think I'm interested.
Gerda, it definitely wasn't the devil who dug a hole under that cross.
Nope, definitely wasn't. Let's swap. No, we can still do a little bit of wandering around for a bit. I have a tiny bit of time. Thank you. It means a lot. Like, and that's one of the reasons why we're actually ending a little bit early today. Is I want to get to a spot that I know what we're doing, so I don't have to like wonder what we're doing the next time around. I'm sure we only need to talk to probably about 3 NPCs for us to continue the next part. I wonder if Barra would have something to say. So yeah, I try to like, that's the thing. So I'm ADHD, and actually after getting my son diagnosed, it might not have been ADHD and it might have been autism. I struggled my whole life with like ADHD medicine not really helping, but at least calm me down so people could put up with me, right? But it caused a bunch of other health problems, and like, long-term use of stuff like Ritalin, Adderall, that type of thing really stunts your growth, and it kind of screws you up in the long term.
What happened
So
to Ambrose the hermit?
He's at death's door. with
I've
some
been
ailment, and there's a peculiar talk about him.
been trying to be the real me for once. I mean, right now I'm a cat, but I'm a cat because this game is very resource intensive. Yeah, I've been this voice right here is my natural speaking voice. But this isn't the voice I always used to use. This like kind of gravelly thing is actually my natural voice. But okay, I'm going to see if I can do it on purpose. I'm going to put the mask on for a second, and we're going to be what the old me has been for the past 20 years or so. So this is how I used to talk for other people. Higher, a little bit faster, and always eternally eerie. If I wasn't like this, the girl I was with that had the kids, to be honest, kind of groomed me from a young age. She was a year older than me, and we met when I was 11, and I kind of just clung to her. This goes back to the autism thing and stuff of like being someone that I wasn't and not really understanding that yet. Yeah. Isn't this bad? Now, this isn't the worst one. I can do it even worse. Hold on. Thank you for calling Dish. How can I help you today? That's my customer service voice. Really useful, but I hate using that because it, to me, just grates my ears so much. It's like taking my soul out and pounding it with a hammer. But like,
I hear Ambrose.
Yeah. So I've been trying to adapt and be closer to my real voice and be my own person.
I was told Stanislav the herdsboy saw the devil in the rocks.
God in heaven save us. It happened a few days ago. He saw him with his own 2 eyes.
I knew Barra would be the person to talk to, by the way. She's so helpful.
At the cross?
It's all God's holy truth. Gerda from the apothecaries saw the devil there.
That is the first time I've heard someone call it the apothecaries. I've never heard someone say it that way. That is very strange. Okay, so that actually cleared that up. I was so glad she's here. We've been really nice to her, and she's been really helpful this whole time anytime we have to interact with her at all. However, let's do something slightly different. Yeah. If it'll let us. Just waiting on it to load. We're going to actually swap back to the other model so that I can do my closing out. Kids have been very packed away for today. My wife's home, so they've been doing board games and stuff, but I'm pretty sure. Oh, that's not right. Hold on. Ignore me. There we go. So yeah, I have ear and tail sometimes. We actually have some other layouts as well, but I don't have them turned on at the moment. Give me a second. I'll show you the other colorings I've done. This is actually from a wonderful VTuber and artist and rigger. She's one of those multifaceted persons. She says she doesn't have ADHD, but like, I don't know. She jumps she jumps from one thing to another pretty quickly. It's one of those like, I'm pretty sure. So with the way this model worked, actually turned out really nice because it's done in monochrome. So it is not hard for me to recreate models and recreate colors, even though it's all the same assets. But I can jump through each one of them without too big of a deal, which is kind of nice. It kind of fits the way I do stuff a little bit more. Yeah, and the wiggle, obviously, is when I smile. So it still does an auto pathing on its own. And then fast, and then slow. Now, she's working on a thing to actually update this. I got all of this for $100. So like, she did an amazing job. She's trying this thing. It was okay, here is the natural colors of the model. So it's not fully monochrome. There are a few sections of the model that are actually slightly pink. If you look under the neck, mouth, the eyes have a tiny bit of color inside of the ears and stuff. So there's some stuff that is already pre-colored, but I can kind of jump through and do whatever I want with no real issues at all. And it cost me $100. So like, I can't complain. I was originally a PNG. I realized pretty early on when we swapped to streaming with the PC that my kids were going to be an issue during the summer. Oh no, I didn't get it snoozed in time. Yeah. It's done really well. A lot of the like interactions with the necklace and the strings, hair, all of it's done really well. However, there we go. There we go. Some of the tracking isn't the problem isn't the model, it's actually me. When my hair swings in my face, it actually breaks my tracking a little bit. So whoops. But yeah, it's really good. It turned out really well. That's the thing, man. There's so many issues you have with tracking and models and all that. And it's all stuff other people have like gone through before. It's nice to see that somebody was helping you though, because some people, they think they've got the secret sauce and they hold on to everything like a miser, and they don't want to help with your streaming. They don't want to help with like stuff you're doing. And it's all like basic level stuff that you could find out by like going to Reddit. It's weird. Like Kick is an opposite beast of that, where everybody wants to be helpful, but like nobody is. I don't know how to word that. Like Kick, everybody wants to be friendly and they want to be helpful, but nobody knows what's going on. So they're like real information is like being exchanged. So yeah. But the tracking actually used to be worse. I found out 2 days ago No, yesterday. It was yesterday that I've been using Wi-Fi for my tracking, and it wasn't working. I was having like such a packet loss, and I didn't know it because it wasn't keeping track of it in the logs. So yesterday I hooked up iTunes and a USB cable, and then suddenly my model became the smoothest, most buttery thing I've ever. I'm obsessed with it now, like all over again. So yeah, it's oh god, and it was so bad. Like I would have like complete desync with my mouth, where my mouth was not matching up with my model. My head movement wasn't matching up, and like I stressed about it, and I was just like, oh well, I mean, this is it was $100 model. Maybe the tracking isn't as good without VBridger, right? Oh yeah. I use AR Kit on my iTunes or on my iPhone for the tracking. It's unfortunately one of the better face tracking softwares in existence. Actually, like the way it works is it shines a light on your face and then tracks that light and gives it depth. So it's really accurate as far as like what it's seeing. I did find out though, it doesn't like beards. Like if I let my beard get too bushy, it actually tracks the bottom side of my chin as my mouth. So like even just the slightest movement, I can like move my beard and it would move my face. So we found out that I have to keep that kind of short for my tracking to work. But the whole reason I even have a model is my kids would just constantly show up to see what I was doing. I mean, they're kids, right? Like I'm trying to stream when they were out of school in the summer. The PNG worked for the most part, but like obviously I kind of bounce around and talk a lot. Like I'm very animated, and that wasn't showing on the PNG. So this worked out. Like I looked out a lot. Fasani did like amazing work, especially for $100. Like I can't complain even in the slightest. All of it's in monochrome, so I can color and change almost anything I want. The amount of layering she did was amazing. The unfortunate thing is it's large. It's a 3 gigabyte storage on my GPU. So when I run this model, it takes up 3 gigs. When I run the other model, it's not even a gig when I run the cat model. So on games that are super graphics card intensive, I have to use it. So we might see it for Monster Hunter. I think for the most part, this one will work, but I'll have to turn the tail off. I might keep the ears though, because the ears help animate a bit. Look at this. And this is the ears are attached to my eyebrows. So as I move my eyebrows, I can't do the thing anymore. I used to do that thing where I could like wiggle them, but yeah. That's the thing. A secondary monitor is so cheap. It doesn't even need to be a good one. I actually use my second monitor is vertical, and it has all of my stuff. Yeah. Now, the cat model could do something that I wish this one could. I can't move my mouth left and right. You know how like when someone's pondering and their mouth kind of like purses up and like moves to the left a little bit? I can do that on the cat model. I can't do it on this one because it doesn't have the tracking for it. When I talked to her about it, that apparently is a feature that is a whole lot easier to rig than VBridger, and this one isn't done with a VBridger. So, but I mean, I can't complain. As you can tell, it's amazing. Now, we are at the end of this. My kids have been cooped up for way too long, and they could probably use some food as well. They've been hanging out with my wife, but they've been hanging out upstairs because they've been really loud. And she was like, you know what? I'll just save you from this after me having all the technical difficulties I had this morning. She's like, you know what? We'll just go upstairs and let you do this. We know you're frustrated. Like they've been really good. So let me go and hang out with them. Now we do have a raid target today. I was actually waiting to see if Ride or Die came on, but I think she's actually working on a separate project. She has a thing where she actually uses her VTuber model to teach classes. She does like she has the same disease that Iron Mouse has. So like a lot of her immune system is just kind of compromised. It's not in the same way and it's not as bad, but she does have to keep an eye out for that. I was hoping she would get on, but I think she actually might be recording a class right now. So that might be something different. It's really cool. Like she has this whole thing, like her entire thing right now is working on her master's and creating a program that lets people teach remote using VTuber models. Like that's crazy because like it lets people kind of track and teach a little bit better than like actual people. So they're looking to try to create like a full classroom system. It's amazing. It's really good work. Actually, let me shout her out before we move over to Kiora. Now we are going to go to Kiora of Mist. She is another big friend of the channel, and she is very big sweet bean. Oh gosh, you know what? I might not be able to shout out Rye properly. I hope I did this right. Does that work? She hasn't been in here in a bit, so it might not. Hey, it did. Awesome. There we go. So that's Rye. She's she calls herself a plasma vampire because she has to have like permanent plasma injections to keep her up and running. So we support her because she definitely needs it. Now let's go and raid Kiora. She started Final Fantasy 11 today and chose to be, oh gosh, in 11, I can't remember if it's Taru's or Lalafell. They're basically the same race. It's the short race. So we get to go and punt her to the moon. Outside of that, though, we still have normal days for the rest of the week. So we will be streaming Thursday and Friday. So if y'all want to pop back in then, that's great. If not, it's also fine. People have lives. It's all right. Outside of that, though, y'all have a great day, okay? Bye. Bye-bye. And it broke. Hold on. I went to send the raid, and it was just like error. Not error. Unerror. There we go. There we go. I got it fixed now. Y'all have a good one. I didn't make a raid message. I never do. I'm so bad at this.